He gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. For Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 31, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
24 is the mic. Hey, tight. 24 is the mic.
Allen now looks to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On the slant, he's got Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
(10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, here's Breida. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Alert, alert, alert!
This is Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Watch that in, tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down. Watch 13. 13's crossing. Check 13. Kill, 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 kill.
Now a give to Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check, check. 24 is the mic. Blue Dan, blue Dan. 24 is the mic.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
4 down, 4 down. 24 is the
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Connects with Cole again. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flush to his right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Out of the shotgun, Breida.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Keelan Cole in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. Bernard. Ouch. You thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Making the catch is Sternberger. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson to the tight end and complete. It's Sternberger over the middle.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Wilson will throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Wilson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be taken in by Cole.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Again, Wilson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen off the play fake. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver drops it for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Middle. Check Mike 39. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Man, I got you. Hey, check it.
Throwing now is Allen. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Come on, D.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
57. Mike, 57. Rabbit. 57. Here we go. Let's bring it.
From the 44, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Sanders got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They go play action now. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Flushed out right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain there for the Bills.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Breida.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Touchdown! Matt Breida. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Allen will try to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They've got the two-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things...
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
We got 6.
Giovanni Bernard. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Allen now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 39. Alert! 39. Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that'll be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Check Mike 39. Push him back. Push him back.
Now Allen again.
Come on.
Steps away to his left.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 39. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, check Mike 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.